One, two, three, four. Microphones, volume. So I'm triple checking before we begin, because that's what you want me to do. All right. It is Tuesday, November 21st, 2023. Welcome to the Bottom Glass Nation show. It's on YouTube. It's on Facebook Blue. It's on Facebook Personal. And hopefully Josh Maddox has the hamster spinning in the wheel as fast as possible. And it's on Rumble, because Rumble is dinosaur technology. Or that's what I'm told. I don't know if that's true or not. I will tell you something that it crossed my mind today. Let's all raise a glass in a story. My grandfather always told me growing up, we were Christians, and there's a story about that there will be two prophets in the end times, in the tribulation, that get to live, and they don't have to die. They can walk the earth and be prophet. They have die eventually, but there was always going to be two, and everyone was going to die and disappear and go to the heavens. There was two, and my grandfather says, you're very lucky. You're born on Christmas. You have a birthmark on your ass. All these things he would tell me, and then he would say, you're very lucky. And I kept thinking, I'm going to be one of the two. I told my grandpa, I'm going to be one of the two. It's going to happen. I'm that lucky. I'm that guy. My grandpa said, well, it's possible, but a man only gets that lucky one time. And that's it, one time. So if you think you're going to use up your one good luck thing on being one of the prophets in the end times, he goes, I could understand that. My whole life, I was going to be one of those guys, till I got married to my wife. My grandpa leaned over and said, dude, you're not going to be one of the prophets. I said, why not? I was going to be one of you. No, you're not going to be one of the prophets. I said, I don't understand. He goes, that girl right there, that's your one lucky thing in life, period. You're never going to get past that. You're never going to beat that. And you're not going to get two. And she's on the level of remaining to be a prophet of God in the times and tribulations. So apparently my grandpa knew what he was talking about. So ladies and gentlemen, I will not be breathing fire. I will not be one of the two prophets in the end times. I've used up all 9 lives if I was a cat, and my one good lucky thing is sitting to my left and your right. I think we should all drink to our significant others right now, should we not? Bottom of the Glass Nation, we are a bunch of extras, jabronis, Legion of X, and this is our show. All right. So we had stuff. There was things and stuff. Lovely wife, did you have something you want to read between the sheets? Was there something going on?
Yes. Are you going to do birthdays, or would you like me to read birthdays?
I could do birthdays. Birthdays are David Hemphill, a name we have not seen scroll across the screen in a long, long time, and Miss Liz. How many of you even remember who Miss Liz is? Anybody? Buford? No, not Buford. Buford? No. Not the goat. Not the goat.
Where are you going with this?
I was going with Ferris Buford's Day Off.
Oh my gosh.
Let's try that again. Does anybody even know who Miss Liz is? Who she was? Bueller? Buford? Oh, Miss Liz was on staff a long, long time ago. All right, sweetheart, you can jump in there. What do you got?
All right. I have David Black checking in, member for 17 months, listening in while working. Damn, it's dark.
That's too bad he's listening, because I have a picture we're going to show of David today, and he won't be around to see it. So, yeah.
Okay, so we have a new person stopping in called Jingles the Christmas Elf.
Okay, I do like the name.
I do. And then this comment I had to read, it said, just popping into the human world on Santa's orders. I am taking a head count for the boss for those who are going on either his naughty or nice list.
Oh, nice list right here. If you're taking a head count, you can write. I'm probably permanently engraved on the nice list, but just in case, go ahead and write me down. Appreciate that.
Well, then he answered me, because I wrote in there, I said, well, I was good 2 weeks out of the year. Does that count?
Did you?
And he wrote back to me.
What did he say?
I am sending the info on you and your viewers back to headquarters for Santa and Mrs. Claus approval.
First of all, I
think that's a bot.
I question you were good 2 of the weeks.
Well, I'm not saying consecutively. I didn't say that.
Wait a second. If you took 5 hours here and 8 hours of good there, you think you could get 2 weeks total? All right.
I think I can muster up some 2 weeks.
But 50 weeks of naughty list.
Yeah.
And 2 weeks of good list.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
All right. I want to tell you, if Santa put you on the naughty list, just because you had 50 weeks of naughty, you're going on my good list.
Oh, okay.
Hello. Just saying. All right.
TJ Wrench over on Rumble. A perfect evening to be sitting at the best bar ever chatting with friends.
God damn it. Now I'm drinking another one to TG on Rumble. I should drink to everybody on Rumble right now. All three of you. And one of them's Josh.
I also have from Facebook, Matt says, how are you, General?
Matt, I'm hanging in there. I'm being me. It's the only thing I'm good at anymore. That's it.
And Joey Gonzalez says, I'm celebrating my birthday on Thanksgiving this year. Cheers. He's a new subscriber.
Far out, man. So just remember that if you're over there on Facebook and you see the people with the little green badge go by, little green badge on Facebook means they're a subscriber to the General's Lunchbox, which I haven't been in there for a couple of days, but usually we're very, very good about posting content. We'll get to it tomorrow, but there's a ton of good stuff. 3 years, but you got to be a subscriber. Yeah.
I have a couple more. Diablito. Hola, handsome. Cheers from Facebook.
That's one handsome. I don't care what language it's in. Handsome is handsome.
Tech Dumb Dad, member for 2 months, $5. Hey there, General and Bottom of the Glass family and staff. I'm back, baby.
He's been sick. He was hospitalized.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, he was bad.
Oh, wait. One more showed up. Gwen Tingle, member for 9 months. I'm an extra. Mrs. Forwatton has started off the evening with 5 memberships to Cassandra, Charles, Justin, Mike, Elizabeth. I think that is all. Did I hit them all? I think so.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's going on with all that.
And King Wisenoak, member for 12 months.
Yeah, King Wisenoak's been around a bit for sure. 12 months sounds about right.
And there you go.
All right. So, yeah, we've read in between the sheets. For those of you who don't know what the sheets are, there's a separate monitor. And remember, we're on 2 Facebook pages. We're on YouTube and we're on Rumble. So we have moderators, secret agents, secretly distributed amongst the platforms. And what they're doing is they're pulling off really cool comments and stuff, and they're putting them in the sheets, which is Google Docs or Google Sheets or whatever. My wife, which is to the sheets, and my wife are to my left, your right. And then my wife in between the sheets will be reading stuff, which is exactly where I want my wife to stay. Now, I don't care that she reads all the time, but hey, she's normally on her phone anyway, so who cares? All right, so boy, there's some, what'd you get redacted? You got some stuff redacted in the sheets. That's funny.
What do you mean?
Go look at the sheets. Michelle M says Josh Maddox and Rumblers, but you had some stuff redacted.
Oh, that's probably.
That's redacted by the government. Big black lines. I can't read that. Don't read that. That's a black
That's
helicopter
Josh
stuff.
Maddox doing that.
Yeah, which was, he looks like he took a can of spray paint to it. Slim Pickens, hey, there's 31 of us Rumblers. Ooh, I'm sorry. I said 3. I do apologize, Slim Pickens. I should have known better than that. All right.
Bobby Blackwelder on Facebook says banana sauce.
Okay, there's a reason why. That's your idiot son. So remember he was sitting here getting all the channels set up?
Yeah.
He wrote in the description, he goes, hey, Dad, what's the title for tonight? And I go, women, whiskey, and what'd I say, beer? Women, whiskey, and something for the title. He writes in the description, say banana sauce just to mess with my dad. So I found it and I took it out, but I think it still went through on a lot of pages. So now people are just saying banana sauce for something to say.
Okay.
God damn, hippie. He's a goddamn hippie is what he is.
Okay.
So I do have the I do have the comment section on YouTube open. That one I can see. Everybody that's on Facebook, you're going to have to rely on moderators. I think Trippy Pineapple's one and Penelope Peach, Disney Mama Sammy Joe's on the other one. I don't know why I call her Penelope Peach. Probably because I said Trippy Pineapple. And the world infamous Josh Maddox is working on Rumble. Those are your moderators. If you're not happy with something, bitch at them. Then I don't have to hear it. However, on YouTube, I do have that screen available to me. Some of these things I'm going to see. And Mrs. Forwatton, the lovely, the classy, the ever-present Mrs. Forwatton is swinging a big blue wrench here inside the comment section on YouTube, along with Two Bear.
She posted something that you really need to hear.
She posted something.
Mrs. Four, $10. My hubby's birthday is tomorrow. Happy birthday, Mr. Four. I love you very much. I won't say how old he is, though. Wink, wink.
Why am I supposed to read that? You trying to make me jealous?
No, I'm trying to say you need to say happy birthday to Mr. Four.
I will not say happy birthday to Mr. Four. I am in love with Mrs. Forwatton, and I'm very upset she has a husband. I'm working on getting rid of the guy, but I just can't do it. I can't figure out how. And she's got this whole thing where she loves him and stuff. That's complicating our relationship a shit ton. But yes, tomorrow, because we won't be here today, Mr. Forwatton, happy birthday, my man. And you know why I think she won't tell us? I think she's embarrassed. He's either like 109 or he's maybe like a 32-year-old stud. And Mrs. Four is like, no, I don't want anybody to know that. So, Mrs. Four, I'm glad you married your pool boy, and I'm hoping that things are working out for you. And you can just, in this day and age, Mrs. Four, you can say how old he is. It doesn't matter. We won't judge you very much, a little bit maybe. All right, so I had stuff to say. I wrote a book of lies like I always do. Remember, everything I'm telling you is borrowed or plagiarized or stolen. I haven't had an original thought in my head since 1973, so don't take anything I'm saying too seriously. All right, with that being said, now check this out. Here's something you guys aren't used to. Let's say I bring up a topic about the weird bird. Watch the world's most dangerous bird emerges from the ocean in Australia. All right, now what if I want my wife to have a comment on this? Okay, see, she can see the screen up there, so she knows when she's on screen, and I can go like that and go, look, honey, now we can both talk about the weird bird. See, you're there, and I'm the talking.
I was just received a PayPal. That's what I was looking at.
No, I'm not. I wasn't criticizing. I'm letting everybody know that on this screen, because see, this is how it normally goes. I do this, and I'm talking away about the picture.
Okay.
Now I can bring in the wonderful and lovely opinion of my wife, and that's what we need around here is more women and their opinions. Because God knows, throughout the day, we all don't get enough of them. We have to go around asking for them. Jesus, H-tap dancing Christ. What was the PayPal, sweetheart? What do you got?
We received $5 from Michelle Reynolds. Hi, y'all, from Texas.
Did she really say y'all?
Yep, she wrote it. She didn't say it. She wrote
it. Well, she was using voice to text, so we're okay. All right. So this picture came across my phone today. Watch. The world's most dangerous bird emerges from the ocean in Australia, and it swam up. It crawled out of the ocean. Now, this thing is called, it's from Australia, so I'm sure Loud One already knows. Loud One probably eats these things for breakfast. He probably goes out and thumps one on the head like a caveman, drags it back into his hut, and cooks one up. He's probably done that because, Loud One, Ian Porteus, as he's known on Facebook, he lives, like if you have Australia's right here, and then you have like the cities of Australia, then you have the outback, and then you have over here where they filmed Crocodile Dundee, and then you have way out here where they filmed Quigley Down Under, and then past that is where the Aborigines live. He lives past that. He actually lives on the edge. They didn't know how to finish the map of Australia because no one had ever been there. So they had to call Loud One and say, how do you finish this map? And he said, oh, I'll finish it for you. Send me the map. And he drew it out and said, that's what it looks like because no one goes there. And they sent it back. But I'm sure that's where this bird is from. But here's the thing. The title of it says, World's Most Dangerous Bird Emerges from the Ocean in Australia. Stunning.
I love how they wrote that.
Yeah, and they put it in...
It's like it lived in the ocean and decided to walk on shore.
Yeah, they made it sound like it was Godzilla coming out of the water for the first time. So I clicked on the article, and it says...
Of course you did.
It's called a cassowary.
Where's the jar? Oh, Mrs. Four's going, where's the jar?
I can't put the jar on right now. Oh, it's right there. It's on there.
I'll tell Mrs. Four.
Mrs. Four, okay. Here's where you need to take your glasses off. I know they're strung around your neck with a string. Take the string, untie it, clean the glasses, and come back in. Now, if you're going to take the glasses into the bathroom to clean them, Mrs. Four, I'm not saying there's age has anything to do with this, but I'm just saying, put the glasses on before you try to get back to wherever you're watching the program from. That's really important. I don't want you to get lost. Okay? So clean your glasses, check out the jar. Look, Mrs. Ford, the jar is right here. Look at me. Boop, boop, boop. See, I'm squeezing the jar. It's like your boob is right there, but it's the jar. Remember that. All right. So I clicked on the link for the world's most dangerous bird, and the first part of the article said, cassowaries are not overly aggressive. Now, it says cassowaries are not overly aggressive and attacks are rare, according to the Library of Congress. But
why are you putting your sheets up on the...
Well, that's just for you and me.
Oh, okay.
That's the monitor. Only we can see that.
I'm sorry.
Don't panic. That's
okay.
Did you think everyone could see that?
Yeah.
No. That's just we're good. That's just for us, honey. Okay. That's where all the porn that goes up there is just for you and me. Anyway, the article says cassowaries are not overly aggressive. Attacks are rare, according to the Library of Congress, but the animals can do a lot of damage if provoked. I think most animals can do a lot of damage if provoked. Why would you even say this is the world's most dangerous bird and then say, well, not really, but only if they're provoked? I mean, a pigeon could probably do some damage if you pissed it off. Not that I would ever do that. I'm just saying there's a possibility, but Anyway, that's the weird bird thing. Bum, 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 bum. This was a great article. City converts all public single-use restrooms to be labeled all gender. Well,
Which city?
what?
It said city. Which city?
I think, well, there's several that did. I think this article was about San Francisco.
Oh, well.
But the point is why does it say single-use restroom? That's a restroom that everybody can go in, right?
Okay. I'm
We
fine
already
with
do that. We already have the symbol on the door that has both pictures, and you can go in there. You go in, lock the door, and you go to the bathroom.
And there has been a time I've gone in the men's bathroom. I will totally admit that. When the line for the women is god-awful long, I'm walking right into the men's bathroom. I don't have a problem with it.
You know, I know that
I don't
I've
care.
been married to you for a long time. You could go to a baseball game or a NASCAR race.
Don't care.
Walk right in and you're one of those. Hey, how you doing? As you walk by, just go right to the stall and do your stuff.
Yep. I have 4 boys and a husband, and I've seen everything, and I don't care. Don't care. Whip them out, boys.
You're really distracting the story here.
I'm just saying.
Everyone's gonna go.
They had to change a sign. Who cares?
Why don't we get a sticker that just says both genders? Why does it say all? Just say this bathroom's
Well,
for
they
both
have one that
genders.
says family.
Yeah, but if you said both genders and someone would get angry and run up to you, go, "Hey, man, you're not including everybody. What are both genders?" You go, "Well, female and whatever you are." That's what I meant. You know, yours should transgendered.
I have a lot of women in here agreeing with me. They went into the men's bathroom.
I got to be honest with you. I don't think I ever was in a bathroom where a woman walked in to use the bathroom, ever. But now you're telling me how come I've never been on the other end of that? Ever.
I don't know.
I've never had a chick walk by and like slap me on the ass and go, "Hey, how you doing?" And go,
I don't think there's many men or women out there that'll go into a men's bathroom, and I don't understand why.
well, because we're very private individuals.
You're just not.
Okay.
You guys whip it out on the side of the road.
So if you go into the men's bathroom,
Yeah, there's stalls.
How many men at urinals covered up and went, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, what are you doing?"
None of them did.
None of them covered up.
No, I just walked right into
We're very private people.
You are not.
Well, I'm just letting you know what
No.
the score is there. I think we should change it. I think it should have said both genders just to start an argument. I'm going to get a bunch of stickers and just do that. All right. Now, this is a story that I don't believe. Man allegedly threw package of Oreos at wife while arguing over an empty coffee maker. I'm assuming it was, "Make me my coffee, bitch! God damn it!" and picked up a pack of Oreos. Why would you? I would never throw Oreos at you. I would throw lots of stuff at you. I could think of tons of things. I would never throw a food I want to eat at you, especially an Oreo. It wouldn't do it. Just like you would never throw a Krispy Kreme donut at me unless there was a ton of them. You would not waste a donut on me. You would not throw something you really wanted at me in the case that it would be ruined and you'd never get it back.
I would never buy Oreos again.
If you got hit with
Yeah, I'd be like, "That's it. You're done."
So that's the penalty is if you get hit with something, we don't buy it again?
I guess.
Because I'm on. Now, wait a second. I want to write this down for our contract negotiations in April. Because if that's real, all the shitty food you buy that I hate, I'm throwing it at you. Just to
Okay.
make sure you don't buy it again. I'm just saying that's where I'd go with this. What do I know? I'm just a dumb mechanic in the middle of the desert. All right. Let me go back here. We scroll around and don't. All right. We'll go back to doing this and doing me. One more thing here. I don't know. There's so much in here.
Would you like me to read some sheets?
Yeah, why don't you do that? Because then I can go to my book of lies.
Okay, Michelle M. over on Rumble. You ever look at someone and know the wheel was spinning, but the hamster was dead?
The wheel was spinning, but how would that work? Is that just like centrifugal force?
I don't know. That's what she wrote.
Well, that's a weird game stopper.
Then Slim Pickens wrote, "My coworker, the hamster, isn't dead, but it's running backwards on the wheel."
Yeah, now see, I can see everything moving along smoothly until the hamster starts running the other way and everything just unwinds. That I could see.
Bob McKinley finally got his big red one. Cheers to all.
You know who that name almost sounds like?
No.
That asshole from last night, Mr. McKinnon.
Oh.
Which I think would make a great slice.
Probably.
Yeah.
Ryan Edwards over on the Facebook personal page. Hello, General. Happy Thanksgiving from the Central Valley.
Hey, Ryan, not too far away from us here. We are broadcasting 200 feet below occupied California in the Central Valley.
Honey Flakes.
Honey Flakes?
Yes, that's the name of this
Not
person.
Honey Flakes.
Honey. Honie.
Okay.
I guess it could be honey. I don't know.
I just you know when you sit down, dude, and you get to pick your name, you can pick anything you want.
Or what about this girl?
You know what, sweetheart? When you sit down,
Well, this person writes, I was born in Iraq. In 95, I moved to the West in
2002.
2002. I like older cars, older movies, music and houses. Everything old to me looks like art that actually lasts. Am I considered Gen X?
I don't know, but you know what? If that is a chick, now I'm deeply in love because if she likes all the old stuff, I'm in. Yes, you are. It doesn't matter how old you are. I know there's lines drawn in the sand by when you're born is 1965 to 1979 or 80. I get it. But if you feel Gen X, if you think Gen X, if you act and behave Gen X, gather up all your gear and drag it over across the line. We will more than happily be welcoming you here. And we have cookies, as you might have known. I didn't throw them up my wife yet. Yeah.
Paul Offenberger, Facebook personal. If you weren't such a handsome man, you wouldn't have such a beautiful wife. That being said, explains why you have so many kids.
Yeah, it's true. She can't keep her hands off me. Yeah, I had to pay for sex myself. Yeah.
Michael Ford, Facebook personal, 99 stars sent. Damen Channel, member for 2 months, $1.99, and got my whiskey ready. Woohoo, he says.
There we go.
Deutsch over on Facebook says, how do you think Gen Z Talks show would sound if yous had one?
I don't know. You can go ahead and do it. Gen Z Talks, and I won't be listening. I hear that shit every time I walk around town.
Sean MacArthur, Facebook personal, 100 stars sent. Here's a little for you and Gen X mom. Cheers.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Slim Pickens says over on Rumble, GSU makes the trans use the bathroom in the basement if they don't use the right bathroom.
Really? I did not know that.
Interesting. I think we just got another PayPal too. We did. Stand by, citizen.
Go ahead. You want to read that, or can I say something?
No, we received $10 from Ray Phelps.
And Ray Phelps did not allocate where that money went?
He did not allocate where the funds were going.
That goes towards the whiskey fund, my friend. Or as you guys used to remember back in the old days, people would give me $10 towards my Singapore hooker fund, which is my getaway thing for the weekend.
Oh, man. Christina Dvorak's in.
Is she? Is she here?
She just gave 5 memberships tonight to Dude, Robin Brown, Jinx, Chuck Reardon, and E.
I'm a drink to Christina. She's a lot of fun around here. She is a ton of fun. Absolutely. I hope she makes it to Vegas on January 27th in 2024 for the 3rd anniversary of Gen X Talks live at the Red Rock Hotel and Casino. Not that I'm plugging the event, but I really hope she makes it for that. And there's the drink with very minimal dead air. I told you guys, and I don't have a picture for this, but I wanted you to remember, I told you guys that there was an article about when The Rock was talking to Joe Rogan, and he said, I am still 100% supporting the Democratic Party. I love the Democratic Party. I want to be part of the Democratic Party, but I'm not supporting Joe Biden. He's drawn a distinction. That was the first time publicly someone had said, because normally if you support them, you have to support their guy. Have to. The Rock was one of the first guys to break ranks and go, look, I can still love the Democratic Party and tell you there's no fucking way I'm voting for that guy. Right? And the division, as soon as he did that, I told you guys, as soon as we saw the article, we showed it to you. You and I talked about it a little bit, and now it's happening everywhere. Now, do you guys ever watch Fox News and see Kennedy? And Kennedy is a liberal. Kennedy is a Democrat. She also posed nude when she worked for MTV a long time ago. How do I know? I'm part of the MTV generation, so you know these things. Anyway, she just took it upon herself to bash Biden. And I'm telling you, the more time goes by, the more Democrats are going to beat up Joe Biden, and they are not beating up the Democratic Party anymore. Normally, when you bash Biden, you're bashing the whole party. You're bashing Pelosi. You're bashing all their ideals, so you can't do it. They just made the split. They'll even tell you, say, oh, Joe Biden, Joe Biden, Joe Biden. I'm a Democrat. Love being a Democrat. Democrats are great. Joe Biden, Joe Biden, Joe Biden. I'm happy being a Democrat. I'm going to vote Democrat. But Joe Biden, you watch. It just started. And I just showed you guys this, and I brought it up. I said, watch, this is like a useful tool. Do you realize how many people are going, oh, my God, I've been waiting for something like this. This is a great tool. Now I can tell the truth about Joe Biden, and I'm not in trouble. I'm not kicked out of the party. That was a division between church and state. It was a brilliant move on their part because now the party can split and do what it wants and without any damage at all, it's a brilliant political move. I don't know if The Rock thought that up on his own, but it's happening and you're seeing it everywhere. They're going to criticize Biden and they're going to stay loyal to the party. Good move, man. A really good move. So I got to remind you, I found out some information about our staff today.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I take testosterone because my body doesn't make it anymore. And, we go away for a weekend. I bring it along and I take double and triple the amount, as you might have noticed.
Yes.
Okay. So I found out today that one of our staff members takes testosterone too. Told a little story the staff thread about he got 12 pills shoved up his ass or something because the doctor said you got to take testosterone.
Okay.
That's why he's been such a moody little bitch lately.
Oh.
He's on testosterone. Now,
he's riding the dragon.
He's riding the dragon.
That's what us girls call it. I call it riding the dragon.
When I have too much testosterone, I call it a bad reaction to a drug.
Oh, that's what you're calling it?
When he has a reaction to testosterone, we're going to call him a little moody bitch. Remember, mine has to sound more manly and confident. He doesn't care what you say about him. Fuck that guy. He's just, God damn it.
Mrs. Watton said, shut up, General.
I refuse. Did she just say shut up? Like
she did.
Well, Mrs. Ford, that was rude. That was. Do you want me to turn the whole I guess I could turn the whole program off here. Besides, I can talk shit about Lionheart. He talks shit about me. Oh, did I say his name out loud? I'm sorry.
Unbelievable.
Oh, I love the guy.
Well, also, Mrs. Four sent $50 on PayPal. Unallocated funds go to KGXT General. Frowny face.
Oh, she's right. I keep forgetting that. Going towards the radio station. God damn it. I keep forgetting that, too. Any unallocated funds, So anyway, all right. So that's what I want to tell you. So we got a testosterone. There you go. What's really stupid about testosterone is the day I got it, and mine's in a gel form. The day that I got it, my doctor gave it to me. He says, "Now, do you know how to apply it?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you squirt the 3 things in your hand and you rub it on your skin." He goes, "My doctor, who's known me for a long time, looks at me and says, 'Don't put it on your dick.'" I said, "What? What would make you think?" He goes, "Tell me you weren't thinking about that." And I was. I thought, I know where to rub this. He goes, "Don't do that. Just rub it on your arms, rub it on your chest, rub it on your stomach." And I went, and now it bothered me a little bit that he assumed that about me. There you go. You're yawning. That's 2. The over-under is 6 yawns in the live stream. So, all right. You got something to say?
I have more sheets real quick.
Go ahead.
Matt over on Facebook. General, I was born in 1986, but I feel like a Gen X. I'm an old soul. Am I accepted?
You are accepted. Absolutely.
Joseph Jackson, Facebook personal. Hello, Sammy. 180 stars sent.
Wait, did you know? There's 2 people now that have asked about being considered Generation X.
Yes.
Did you miss the opportunity to tell them we can sign a certificate for them? We have a certificate on the website.
We do.
If you want to be considered Generation X, there's a certificate that I wrote. I designed it. I wrote it. And my wife prints it out. We sign it for you. Go look on the website, genxtalks.com in the shop. You can have a genuine certificate to be Generation X.
Michelle M. over on Rumble said, fuck that bathroom. We're going back to the bathroom. I've seen more penis than a prostitute. I'm going in.
Whoa. Wait, who said that?
Michelle M.
Okay, she's a nurse, though.
Hey,
if you've
seen one, you've seen them all.
That whole conversation would sound really weird.
It's fun. Dude, member for 6 months, Gen X Mommy is asking, will there be a Thanksgiving live show for Bottom of the Glass Station?
I don't know. We hadn't considered that.
No, and we're having a late dinner, not an early dinner. So
we're having a confusing dinner, especially with one of our daughters.
Well, it's kind of crazy.
It's weird how she's trying to show up. We have one daughter. This is a true story. It's not a lie. We have one daughter who shows up. She's okay. We're going to come up for the weekend. We're going to stay there. It's going to be so much fun. So we get all ready, and she comes over with her husband and her daughter. But they show up Friday night super late, like 11 o'clock. Or they go, look, it's so late on Friday. You know what? We were going to come up Friday night. We're just going to be rested, and we're going to come Saturday morning, and it'll be fine. We'll leave really early. And they don't leave early. They don't leave till 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. They show up around dinner time. They crash out. And that was supposed to be Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Now they're showing up Saturday, but they're showing up late. Then they get here late. And the morning they wake up, say, okay, well, we got to get on the road pretty soon. It's like it's fucking 9 o'clock in the morning on Sunday. Well, we got to get back. They do this every time, to the point where I got mad. And I said, why do you bother coming up here at all? Why do you keep showing up? If you're just going to show up, you're going to come super late, leave super early. And, why do you even come up? This was happening on Thanksgiving. The final verdict so far is she's driving up and going to arrive at like 3 or 3:30 in the afternoon, and she's either leaving after dinner or she's leaving bright and early the next morning. That's not much of a visit. It's like, and I keep telling her, if you're showing up out of obligation, if you think that you're showing up because you have to and you're just putting in time, don't bother. Don't humor me. That's extra turkey and stuffing and mashed potatoes for this guy. Although I do miss seeing my granddaughter. I just think that the kids things, man, the kid thing is weird when they move out. You think they're all just going to run home and be happy. They're not. And plus, when some of the kids don't like each other, they'll call you and say, hey, is so-and-so showing up? Yeah, fuck it, I ain't coming. And then you got a whole nother mess to deal with. But luckily, that's on the emotional side of the conversation, and my wife gets stuck with most of those. So, now you know what I know. Bum, 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 bum. All right, I had some more stuff. We got past the Oreos. I'm not sure if I like this or not. This was a news article. German police raid homes of residents accused of celebrating Hamas attacks online. In other words, if you're having a little Hamas party and the Germans find out, they kick in your door and haul you away. Now, as much as I like that type of treatment of people that support terrorism, yeah, knock their dick in the dirt and drag them out. I have a real hard time supporting this because who decides what's a celebration? Who determines what is considered a celebration? And if somebody says, what if they're listening to your conversation and you look at the TV and there's an article going on and your words come out of your mouth, Palestinians, huh? What if that's all you say and they kick in your door and say, well, you're supporting the Palestinians, you're celebrating, you're coming with us, you and your whole family. I'm just saying that's, as much as I like the end result of that, I don't think I could support that. Because who determines what the celebration is? And if they just want to say, oh, well, I know we really didn't see you celebrating, but I don't see anything Jewish in your house. I don't see a menorah. So you're obviously pro-Palestinian. You're obviously pro-Hamas. Your Christmas tree is not blue. It doesn't have blue and white on it. You're going to jail. You got to be careful about that. If they wrote this as an article, then I don't know. I would be a little worried. Now, German police raid homes. If it was inside of Israel, I could see that. But this article is just written on the title for Israel, but it says Germans. It bothers me a little bit. And here's one that I thought you would enjoy. This is one I thought you'd have you could explain this to me, honey. You ready?
Okay.
Woman files lawsuit against off-duty Delta Airlines worker for unwanted groping and kissing.
Why would I explain that to you?
Well, haven't you ever been groped and kissed unwantedly?
No.
Oh, well, then maybe you just have a regular perspective. What I'm going to ask you is, if this person is off duty from Delta and gropes a woman, why would you tell me where he works? What does it matter? An off-duty Chuck E. Cheese employee was groping a worker, and what does it matter? It's almost like the person who wrote the article didn't like Delta Airlines and was going to fit them in. Because I don't know. And now, did it happen on an airplane? But if it did, it says he was off duty.
Yeah, that's another one of those. I don't understand.
It's just odd that you would throw that in there. It's like, oh, you were in Chicago and someone molested you in a back alley behind a Burger King at 2 a.m. Yeah, and I grabbed his ID and he was a Delta baggage guy. Oh, one of those Delta gropers. Okay, a Delta groper. It just seemed
I was unwantedly groped and kissed by a Gen X staff member. No?
Well, I didn't realize you were going off with that when I was going to ask you who did that. But then, I know who did that.
Who did that?
Two Bear did that.
He did?
Yeah, you just have to keep with me for the unwanted part, and we have a story here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, fucking groping, kissing, goddamn, a guy in charge of our security should not behave that way. That's what I gotta say. So anyway,
He was patting me down. How's that?
He was sure you had some contraband in there somewhere.
Yes.
Well, I just didn't understand why they listed the guy
where he worked.
It just made no sense for the story, but what do I know?
Because it was good. Because it just made us look at that headline a little bit.
But see, I don't think people did. I don't think people look at that story and think that way. I think that's just my dumb brain when I saw the title and I went, what's
the reason?
Why would they mention that guy's work?
I agree.
I think 2 million other people read that story and just went right on about it. This is why, I'm sorry, this is why things confuse. I know we slow down the program with my brain working backwards. What did we say? The hamster's running the other way?
Yeah.
The wheel's running the other way. All right, so
Joseph Moore wants to know, did you ever do martial arts when you were younger? And what type, if you did?
I was caught up in the karate craze of the 80s and ninjas of the 80s.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I was going to go, I got two stories on that. I was going to go join karate. I was going to be Cobra Kai. I was going to be one of those guys. Didn't last more than two sessions. Got my ass kicked by some guy younger than me, and I figured that was enough. And because when you get mad, you're not really allowed to fight back. You have to stay in control. And I wasn't very good at staying in control. But the other story was that there was a dojo in the San Fernando Valley that was going to teach you how to be a ninja. And I'm like, well, for $29.99, I can learn how to be a ninja, which, that's like saying people that spend their entire life in Japan becoming a samurai or becoming a ninja, and an American kid thinks for $30 this is like completely Napoleon Dynamite, Rex Wando type of stuff. But I went in there and they had you can't call him a dwarf, a midget, a small person. I don't know what you call him. And he was a little guy in there, and he was one of the instructors. And he said, before they'll even accept you and your $30, you had to, how do you say it? Like, okay, when you're on all fours, your back is flat to the air, right? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay. What do you call it when you're on all fours, but your stomach is up because they made you get back?
A turtle?
Is that what it's called?
No, I have no idea.
Well, they made me get back, like, and other people too. It wasn't just me. They made us get on our backs, propped up like arch. You had to be off the ground, so your stomach was up. And the guy goes, "I'm going to punch you in your stomach, and if you can withstand it, then we will take your $30 and you can learn how to be a ninja."
What?
So I'm like, all right. So I did this thing, and it's still like that. I'm like 16 or something. And this little guy, the short guy, the dwarf, whatever you call him, the midget guy, he was just almost a little bit taller than what I was when I was standing that way. And I thought, okay, how hard can this fucking guy hit? He come up and punched me in the stomach one time. I threw up. I doubled over. I barely got to the trash can. I threw up and I ran out the doors. Pong, both glass doors. Now, nobody was laughing at me, but I'll tell you what, the other three guys behind me, two of them left because I was bigger than them. But yeah, I got my ass kicked in karate by a younger guy. And I was 16, he was probably 13. And then I got my ass punched by a short guy, the dwarf guy. And I thought, my God, and that guy must have been strong because I was ready to take that punch. And he fucking laid into me. That guy could hit.
Wow.
So those are my two stories. So there's my martial arts story. I got my ass kicked twice and I ran away. Yeah, so that's good.
Mrs. Four sent another PayPal.
And what does Mrs. Four have to say this time?
$50 for Mom's Las Vegas Massage Fund. We love you, Mom.
Where's the Singapore Hooker Fund? Where's my guys dropping in half a C-note so I can go to Vegas to my Singapore hooker? They got a whole section of Chinatown filled with these women, and none of you are supporting the Singapore Hooker Fund. You know what? Fine. That's fine. That's all right. We'll try it on the Garage Show on Facebook. Maybe Facebook will love me because YouTube doesn't love me. Maybe Facebook will chime in. Who knows? Maybe Rumble will support the Singapore Hooker Fund. You never know. That's 3.
Oh, Steve Hunt on Facebook. Hi from the UK. I wish more people over here thought and spoke out like you do. Love the show. Thank you from the UK.
Thank you very much.
Christina Dvorak, $20. I received my package of wonderful merch. Thank you. Love you all. Mr. Flibble has a serious question. Honestly, what are the benefits behind supplemental testosterone? A lot.
Oh, yeah.
It's
ton.
a lot.
It changed.
Same with women.
It changed a lot. I had no idea what. It's not like you buy over-the-counter pill at like CVS or Rite Aid or something. I mean, you have to get a prescription, and it's a controlled substance. Like you could sell a bottle of it for like $700 because weightlifters and people that use steroids, they pump up with, black market testosterone. I use mine, and it made a difference. First, I told that story the other day. My wife and I used to have the same doctor, and she was a woman doctor. And she said, she ran the test, said, okay, you're really low on testosterone. Pull down your pants and bend over. She gave me the shot right in my ass, a big old fat hairy shot of testosterone. And as I'm pulling up my drawer, she called my wife, because she knows her, and says, you need to leave town for a couple of days. Go to your mother's house. Because I was going to come home with, I was sporting wood before I even left the room. So testosterone makes a huge difference. Plus, it picks you up and gets you going. It's like an underlying 5-hour energy that was always there. And I didn't know I was missing it until I got the replacement. And my doctors told me, I said, if I quit being fat, if I lose weight, there's a good chance my body will start making it. They directly, in my case, attributed it to age and super fatness. So if I ever lose the weight, we'll see if it comes back. But it's a big deal. It really is.
May I continue?
Please.
Jeffrey Montgomery, new member. General, are the pictures for the bus going to be used for new $2 whores?
I hadn't thought about that. I had not thought about that being used for a $2 whore. We could, but you guys have to send the picture for the bus, because we got an artist that's going to draw a big cartoon bus and have little cartoon characters that look like you guys. Loud One's going to be there. They're going to draw Loud One with an Australian accent. That's going to be brilliant. So you guys got to send in your pictures. We can't put everybody on the bus, but if I know where some of you go, you're supposed to send Sammy Joe your name, whatever name you want. If you want your real name or you want your screen name on there, and a picture. So the artist can, start over.
Wow.
Back in time. Okay. You send a picture to Sammy Joe, an email. It's got your picture. It's got your name. It's got what you're doing on the bus. Remember, everybody says during conversations, I'm on the roof of the bus. One guy said, I'm holding on to the spare tire on the back. One guy says, I'm hanging underneath. Wherever you said you have been, write that in your email. Go, I'm Joe. Here's my picture, and I'm standing on the top of the bus surfing. Then we know what to send the artist. We can say, here's the picture, make it a cartoon, put him on the top of the bus surfing. Are you starting to catch on? But people are taking too long sending these. So once we get what we get, that's it. I'm not having them redraw it. If you don't want on the bus, don't be on the bus. That's fine. But don't cry about it later when you go to buy a picture of this cool bus and you're not on it because you didn't send in your picture, you didn't send in your name. There's been people that send in their picture with no name. So I'm debating on whether they get a spot or why I should just wait for someone to send it with the things that we asked you for. So you got to do that. I don't know Sammy Joe's email. I don't know how they have it hyphenated or broke down, but it's at Gen X Talks. I'm sure one of the mods can send it. Rumble, Facebook, YouTube, all the same. Just send your picture in, and when the bus comes up, and I'll show you a picture of the bus in a minute, this is a famous bus. This is the bus we are all riding on right now, traveling through the mountains, no brakes, no windows, steer wheel barely works. We're about ready to go over the cliff, and by that I mean at some point YouTube is going to suspend us. Facebook's going to kick us off, and that's when the bus goes over the cliff, when we get powered down. So we're just doing what we can to stay afloat. We're doing what we can to keep under the radar, but eventually this bus is just going to go off the rails.
Where did they send the email?
I said it 4 times.
Say it one more time.
I don't know.
Mrs. 4 Watt and $21. Change the jar?
Change the jar?
I don't know what she means by that.
Change the jar to what?
I do not know.
She didn't like the jar?
I don't know. Kristen Dvorak, $50 for the Handsome Generals Whiskey Fund.
There we go. Christina loves me. So you got to send the pictures to Sammy Joe's email, but that's the one I told you to make sure the kid had in the sheets for you.
Oh, Sammy's posting bus and Two Bear bus at genxtalks.com.
Bus at genxtalks.com. Bus at genxtalks.com. There you go. And I will drink to all of you, Mrs. 4 and Christina, because I want to, because around here, the truth is at the bottom of the glass. as in every bar in America. The truth is at the bottom of the glass. And how do you know that? Because the more people drink to the bottom of the glass, the louder they get, the more they say, the more truth they're going to just tell you. The truth is going to come out, but you got to get to the bottom of the glass. Bars are pretty quiet early in the morning, but by late evening, everyone has found the bottom of their glass, and the truth is coming out. We, too, like to go get the truth for you. I don't particularly like drinking. I do it for you because you demand the truth, and I expect myself to abide by the rules and go get it for you. So I'm drinking again.
All right. While you're drinking, Daniel Weiss, Facebook personal for the Whataburger dollar lunch menu. Daniel, we don't have a Whataburger. Troy Tucker, Facebook personal. Pardon my manners. Hello from the great state of Texas. I am a fellow Gen X. I don't clump up too much with like-minded people, not much of a follower. I just like to be around people in their right mind.
Hey, man, then you're in the right place, man. Just hang out. You don't got to spray paint anything on the wall to get noticed around here. Just hang out. There's couches in the back. Grab a drink, relax. Keep your shades on inside if you want to. You can sit right next to Corey Hart.
Randy Kurtzman is offering advice on my yawns. If you put more plants in the studio, perhaps it will raise the oxygen level and reduce the yawns.
Yeah,
Except there's no natural light in here.
You took the plant out, man.
That's not a real plant. He's talking about that is not going to give off oxygen.
Well, but it's a plant. The guy said leave the plant in here. You took the only plant out. That explains a ton.
Unbelievable people.
Well, I'm just telling you, she got problems like that. And there
Scott
you go.
Royston, $20. This is toward your Thanksgiving dinner. I pray you and the handsome general have a safe and blessed Thanksgiving. Love you both so very much. So much.
We love Scott. And if you can look at this picture, that drawing over there, the one's in frame right there, Scott drew that for me. It's a picture of myself and Gen Z kids. Scott drove that out to us or flew it out to us. Was he flying? I think he flew out here.
Yeah, he said 3 planes.
3 planes. He was here at our house, and he gave that to us. Cool cat. Thank you very much for that. That's a couple studio pictures to let you guys know what you're looking at here. So when I always say that my wife is off to my left, she really is. She's over there. I'm pointing right at her. And now you know that. All right, you done in the sheets?
Just the tiff over on Rumble. If people didn't follow the rules, put them behind the bus on the feet, with feet on the ground, pouting because they missed the bus.
Yeah. We should do that. Here's a whole list of people that fucking missed the bus. Just the tiff. You need to contact me. I think you have my phone number still, but you sent an interesting email that has piqued the interest of Gen X Talk's senior staff, and I would like to discuss it with you. So give me a call when you get a chance, or send me a text, or, boobs or whatever. I'm fine with anything.
Scott Royston says we've put a coffee maker in here in the studio for me. I'm not in here that much. My coffee maker's where I need it. Robert London, General, I emailed you a picture of a sign that we have in our public restrooms. I thought it was funny as hell. Your bathroom story made me remember it.
I do kind of remember that. I don't remember what the sign was, but he's right. He did send me something there.
It's a lot. You get a lot of emails.
I do, but I do read them. I do. All right. So where was I? We were in between the sheets right here, and we're going down through the pictures.
Oh, let's tackle this one right here. Glenn Butler, howdy, General. What do you think of the turnaround of the Denver Broncos season, and how cool would it be if we were able to sneak into playoffs and maybe get into the Super Bowl? He hasn't watched it. He didn't watch the game.
Wow.
He didn't watch any of football this weekend.
That is not true.
No, you are supposed to have the day off. You don't take the day off. You don't watch football. I sit and watch football.
You do watch football.
So he's asking the wrong person.
No, he's not asking the wrong person. What? Because you watch more football than me, I can't have an opinion? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, you have an opinion of a football game you didn't even watch? Oh, you're going to say you watched the highlights.
He said the whole season. He's asking me for an opinion on the season.
Okay, what's your opinion on the season?
Well, I'm glad you asked. I think it's a remarkable turnaround because I wrote the Broncos off in preseason. They've been flailing around for the first 5-6 games. Yes, now I think they're at 500 now.
Well, that is the most bullshit observation I've ever heard in my life.
What are you talking about? That was honest and sincere from the heart. And you're questioning my authenticity? I am offended. I'm deeply offended by you.
All right. Shannon.
Yes, if we got in as a wild card, I think that would be great.
Shannon Burgode, $2. Can I have wings and fly over the bus? Oh, brother. I don't even know if I'm on the bus.
We have to. We have not sent pictures in. We're supposed to send pictures in, and which I always wanted to see what you were going to send in, because you have to say where you are in the bus.
I have no idea.
And I swear to Christ, if you say something stupid like, wherever Two Bear's sitting, I'll sit next to Two, or something like that, I'm going to shit a purple Twinkie. Right live on camera.
Now, Mrs. Four and Two Bear are together.
In the YouTube seat? In the YouTube bench?
I don't know exactly where, but
well,
I don't know.
We have to, ultimately, you and I have to decide where everybody goes.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know where.
You know what? I have another bone to pick with you about football.
Fuck, what now?
I'm still in the top 10 in the Pigskin Pick'em. And where the hell are you? Where are you?
I'm just outside of the top 10.
Yeah, you're way outside.
I'm just outside of the top 10.
Yeah, whatever.
Hey, if a pitcher misses the strike zone, whether it's a little outside or it hits the dugout, it's still a strike. It doesn't matter how far off you are. I'm just outside of the top 10.
What?
I'm just outside of the strike zone. Who cares how far outside of the strike zone I am? Okay, I'm just a little outside of the strike zone.
Okay.
You good with that?
Dom Channel $1.99. Gen X mom needs her boots on. Shit is getting deep. I have my boots on right now.
Wow. How you guys blindly side with her is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Okay, we're going back to stuff.
Because they know
they don't know
who's truthful and not shooting bullshit around here.
All right. So this article came by. The IRS hits the brakes on Biden tax rule targeting hardworking Americans. Now, that is a great title.
What?
Well, and what it comes down to is in 2021, the Democrats passed a. You heard about this because we talked about it before. Part of their tax initiative was to automatically make PayPal, Venmo, and anybody who does transferring of money like that, if someone sends or receives money over $600, you have to 1099 them. It triggers a 1099 form. And it puts people into different categories by where that money went, because now you have to account for it, where before you didn't always.
Okay.
So why would the IRS be doing something nice? Why would the IRS put the brakes on this? Because you can read the whole article. You'll never hear why. Thankfully, you have a gifted and talented trained professional who just looks at everything through the lens of Generation X, common sense, and going around the sun 55 times. This is my almost 56 trips around the sun. I picked up a thing or two. And I looked at it. The reason they're not doing it this year, we're not doing it this year. When you fill out your tax, they're just going to put a pause on that, even though it's signed into law. We're going to put a pause on that. We'll revisit it next year. In fact, we're going to up it from 600 to 5,000. So, there won't be but this year when you fill out your taxes, you don't worry about it. Because you don't want it in April, when everyone's doing their taxes between like January and May, when people that are filing for extensions, you don't want 10 million Americans going, what the fuck, man? What the fuck happened here? This wasn't like this last year. Now there's this thing. They don't want to raise any red flags. They don't want to cause any problems. They don't want to scream and yell. They don't want to see a bunch of people getting more angry. So they just put a pause on it, because the next story is going to be, what the fuck is this $600 bullshit? You don't want that during an election year, right? You don't want that during, no. So the IRS just goes, we're going to ignore that law that's written and signed. And, just for this year, don't worry about it, guys. We'll figure it out next year. Go on about your business and vote Democrat. Everything will be fine. You don't want one more thing slapping Americans in the face with some stupid thing they've done. So they put a pause on it. They were feeling for the American people. Down here at the IRS, on the back of all our business cards, it says warm and fuzzy right on it. And that's us. You think of us when you think warm and fuzzy. When you think of who gave you a tax break, remember it was the IRS. We do it out of the kindness of our heart. Bullshit. Even though the article doesn't talk about it, even though it doesn't say, I'm under the assumption they didn't want it showing up in a tax year, or in an election year on people's taxes. So that's just me. What do I know? I'm just a dumb mechanic in the middle of the desert. I'm probably full of shit anyway. All right. So I have a trivia question, but I'm not doing it for prizes. I would just like to see who can answer this first. On every platform, Facebook Blue, Rumble, and on YouTube. I'm going to put up a picture with a question, and you guys see if you can. I'm going to look in the comments in here. If staff wants to put something up in the sheets, if somebody is first place and you guys want a little shout out, your staff member, your moderator on your Facebook pages will do that for you. So I'm going to show a picture of something, and then you guys tell me, how did we in our generation make it appear faster? There's your picture. How did we make it appear faster? Does anybody know what we used to do? You Polaroid, the picture comes out, and you set the picture on the counter, and you wait a little while, and the picture comes up. How did we make that picture?
Jeffrey Montgomery said we shook it.
We did. Who said that on yours?
Jeffrey Montgomery.
I have Kevin Joyner. Oh, no, you got it. You're right. Jeffrey Montgomery beat him out. That's right. Yeah, we shook the thing like that, and that's how we got the Polaroid pictures to dry out a little faster. And it even had a big paragraph, don't blow on these. All right, so we never did, but just so you guys know, shake it. I can't read the sheets. What does the sheets say?
Annalisa Phelps on Facebook did.
And that was Facebook personal or Facebook blue?
Didn't say. I have no idea.
Nobody from Rumble got it? Or is Josh having a card game over there and nobody's playing
I don't know,
anymore?
but he just wrote that there is 50 people over there on...
Far out, man.
On Rumble. Ken Dumaine.
Yep.
He did that. Slim Pickens on Rumble did shake it.
Yep. It was, I'm telling you guys got it. That was the thing. Either you know or you don't. You can't look it up. See, there's millennials that stumble across these programs. And millennials go in there and they listen to the Generation X trivia question and they try to Google the answer and then get back here and type it in real quick. And I'm telling you right now, there's too many old dudes in here. There's old chicks in here. We're always going to beat you on that stuff. We grew up with that stuff. You're not ever going to beat us with Google. Google may know, but we're faster. And remember, all of us Generation X, we were here before Google. That's right. We're all older than Google. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. All right, moving on. I need another drink.
Well, while you're drinking, I will talk. The Disney Kid member for 1 year, $10 for the General Singapore Fun Chicks Man Chicks.
That's what I'm trying to say. Now, there's one guy supporting the Singapore Hooker Fund.
And Joseph Moore, new member, $4.99. I'm a newbie here, but get a kick out of your show. Nice change from listening to the bullshit of kids at work. Keep it up.
No problem, my man. That's what I'm here for. If this is your first time as a member, as a subscriber, as a paid guy, consider it like a first date. Just relax. I'll do all the work. I promise.
VCMD Propulsion. You're a mechanic. I am too. Up here in Big Bear Lake, building a 56 F100. Have you seen Summit and Jegs won't send parts not EPA approved to California?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that that they won't send into California if it's not EPA approved. And to get EPA approved, you just have to pay the fee. So it's all about the money. It's not that the parts are illegitimate. It's not that the parts are bad for the inventory or the environment. It's just that to get your inventory in here, you just got to pay them. Then all of a sudden, magically, it's environmentally friendly and will ship to California. Here's one for you. I don't know if this is true. It's true anymore. It used to be true. I don't know if I should tell this story. It's an automotive story. Catalytic converters. A big thing in California. Now, there's California catalytic converters, and there are 49 state catalytic converters. And they're different part numbers, and if you put them on the car, you have to, if you're California, you got to put a California one on for $3,000. A 49 state catalytic converter for the same car can be $800. So I was talking to the manufacturers one time who build these things and the supplier. It's the same catalytic converter. It doesn't do anything different at all. There's not one that goes, this is super smog for California. No. So the problem is that everybody was ordering 49 state converters, the cheaper converter, and putting them on the cars. So they started putting big plates on the things that says California. So when you're doing a smog inspection, if it has the plate that says California, then you know it's a California one. If it has a 49 state plate, then you know it's not a California plate. So smog inspections would go under there with their big mirrors, and they look under there, and they're looking for that plate. They're looking for that big deal on the side. So we were still ordering 49 state ones, and we were just grinding off the rivets and putting it back in the car. You're putting it, installing it. And when the smog people would say, well, I don't see a California plate on here, we'd say, well, you also don't see a 49 state one. Now, if you saw a 49 state one, you know it was an illegal catalytic converter. But it doesn't have a plate on it at all. So let's just assume it's a good converter because the check engine light's not on. The computer's sensing everything. The computer's controlling everything. And the computer's happy. And the emissions are all within spec. Look at your machine. Well, you're right about that. It doesn't say 49 state. So I don't know if they're still doing that or not. But it used to be you could order a 49 state, because there could be a car from Michigan that I'm working on in my shop. You can't make that guy put on a California converter. So the 49 state ones had to be made available in case you had to. And I'm telling you what, our state ordered just as many 49 state converters as we did California converters. We had a big influx of 49 state cars that came in to get work done. I don't know if they ever caught on to that. It was still available when I had a shop. And it was the same converter. You weren't harming the environment, but you didn't have to pay triple the price, which California gets all the tax revenue on because they were screwing same part. Same part, just letting you know. So
Daniel Weiss said, carb compliance sucks. They even put converters on our lawnmower in Georgia.
Wow. Yeah. That's a bunch of horse shit.
Mary Mathis, member for 1 year, $20. Hello, Gen X dad, Gen X mom, and bottom of the glass family. So sorry, been MIA. Daughter and granddaughter moved out of state, had much to do to help. Missed you all.
You need to go to Las Vegas January 27th, Mary Mathis. You need to go do that. You've got a good job. You're not spending money on your kids now. So come on, get in the truck and drive. It's north. Just head over. In fact, we'll pick you up on the way. We'll caravan out there together. We're going to go right by your place. All right. Oh, where was I? I had stuff to say, man. I wasn't done yet. I was getting close. Okay. Here's another trivia question for you guys. I can't believe there were some kids who got this wrong on the polling. That's why I pulled it out for you guys. What was the Pepsi challenge? Do you know that one kid said, you got to drink the whole can without taking a breath. You can't stop. You just got to, the Pepsi challenge was to drink the whole can, man. If you could drink the whole can without stopping, that you won the Pepsi challenge. And he was wrong, of course. Anybody in the comments? Gen X mom in the comments? I lost my comment section again. That is so weird. My comments are gone. I don't know what happens there, but it's gone. I have to rely on you now.
Let me see. I got to go back. I'm busy. Well,
here. When I say there's a competition coming.
Jeffrey Montgomery says, compare Pepsi to Coke.
That's it. That was the Pepsi. Why are you asking like you don't know?
Kevin Joyner, compared to Coke. I'm just reading. Danny H, Pepsi versus Coke.
That was the Pepsi
Who
challenge.
said no clue?
Wow.
Wait. Wow. Who said that?
Somebody wrote no clue. Somebody had the balls to write in there that they don't know.
Chipmunk goes no clue.
Chipmunk. What? How old are you? Chipmunk. Come on. Come clean. Paul
Grable said, tell Pepsi from Coke blind.
Yeah, you got to be able to pick. You pour a Pepsi and a Coke and don't tell the person which it is. They drink one of each. Now, I might have had trouble telling when I was a kid, but I can tell now.
Chipmunk's 30.
Yeah, that makes sense. Chipmunk the millennial. All right, Chipmunk, I'm going to have to make you sit at the card table. You got to be at the little kid table. I love you. You know I do, but you got to sit over there for the duration.
TJ Wrench, taste test against Coke. Can't even say it on Rumble. Coke.
That's right.
Ben Eaton on Facebook, blindfold taste test against Coke.
You guys got a few more days to buy the Christmas ornament. Somebody put up the link on Facebook. Put up the link. It's only going to be up for a few more days. They're numbered. They got the year on them. They have the year. There's a couple choices on there, and they're gone. Once they're gone, they're gone. People got some last year, and they're like, can I get one for last year? I want to have one for every year. No, we don't make them anymore. My wife makes these at home. She'll make one for you. The stands are sold separately. She makes a couple bucks on each one, but she does it for you guys so you can have the nostalgia, the collection. You know, a lot of people have almost all the stuff that we've ever made. We haven't made a ton of stuff, but there's some people out there who have almost one of everything we've made. True story. This is one.
Andy wants to know, does the general remember the old Maxwell tape commercials?
Yeah, the one with the guy in the chair with the everything's blowing out. Oh, that's Memorex. Maxwell. What was the Maxwell one? I'm recalling it now, but I'm having trouble. Is it live or is it Memorex? Wait a minute. Which one was the one with the guy in the chair with stuff blowing at him?
That's Memorex.
Are you sure?
Yes.
And it's not Maxwell, it's Maxell. There's no W, right? He said Maxwell.
I don't.
It's not Maxwell, it's Maxell.
Okay, tell him.
I'm looking at you because I don't know.
I'm trying to do,
out there, dude.
I am trying to do something. Christina Dvorak, member for 6 months, $20. Would love to come to Vegas. Can anyone come get me? I'm like you, Dad. Never flown. Don't want to. I'm in Minnesota. Start driving now.
Start driving. No, she really wanted to go to the barbecue, but she won't fly. So now we got to see if we can actually get someone to drive her out here. She really wants to go to this, just like she really wanted to go to the barbecue. But I don't know anybody that's willing to drive to Minnesota.
And then back. Okay, I don't know.
Well, we'll talk. I mean, will she go on a bus? Will she go on an Amtrak train? Amtrak train?
Why are you asking me? Ask her.
I don't know. I keep forgetting that we're not having a conversation just between us. There's other people out there. Yes, we'll figure something out on that. So, the new podcast is up. I had to rearrange some of the stuff on how it goes, but it's dropped on Friday. Everybody can put up the link. I don't think we even notified everybody about this podcast, so I didn't get the word out there. I'll probably have to go back through on all the channels tomorrow and do that. But it did drop on Friday morning at 12:02 a.m. The video version, I think, is also up. I think the video version came up on YouTube on Sunday. But if you want to put it in your ear and drive around and listen to it, then that's where you go. Look it up. The moderators can put that up for you, and then you know what you're doing. Gen X Mom.
Yes, Mrs. Four gifted $50 on PayPal for the General's Floozy Fund in the U.S., not Singapore.
Oh, God,
you can use that in Vegas.
I'm really partial to Singapore hookers.
Oh, Michelle. Okay.
The scratches they leave on your back are phenomenal.
All right. Michelle M. Sammy, I want to stick someone in the ass with a needle on that bus. It's what I do. I heard that Josh Maddox volunteered.
So we got to have Josh Maddox bent over with his ass out the window and his face coming out the other window like he's looking. And then she's going to have a big old needle. That's what we need to do.
Or outside the other window?
Outside the other window. She's leaning from one side. All right. See, it's all coming together now.
Justin Woods on Facebook says, hanging on to the stop sign almost misses the bus. That's where he wants to be.
I'm surprised someone hadn't said they're parasailing hooked to the back of the bus like in a parasail, they're dragging them around. That'd be kind of cool, too. All right, so there's the podcast. Go to the podcast. Go look at the podcast. What else are we in here for? All right, this is the big one. The radio station is the big push. And you can go to the website and buy a plaque. You can put whatever you want on it. We engrave them. They're metal. You engrave it with whatever you want. We are screwing it to the studio. We built the studio. Go look at the website page at genxtalks.com. Go to the bottom. Click on the word that says studio. You can actually see what it looks like as it was being built. On the outside, there's going to be these plaques. Anybody who donates to the radio station. This is for the radio station that's coming. We're almost ready to go. This is what we need help with. These plaques are a one-time donation to help us specifically for the radio station. We've sold a few. As soon as we get a few more.
Timothy Bruns just bought a $100 plaque.
Are you really that quick?
He just bought one.
My man, thank you for that. You have no idea how much it means to everyone here when we get a plaque, because that's really important. When we're done, we're not going to have a ton. There's not going to be 100 plaques up there. But when we're done, we're going to show all the pictures of the names and put them up on the website and talk about it in here, that those were the people that believed in the radio station. Those are the ones who said, I want to be part of it. Thank you for wanting to be part of KGXT Radio. That's fucking huge. And the mods can put up the website. Did you put up a link there, honey?
For
the fucking thing I'm talking about.
They're all doing it.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you guys for even considering doing that. And for those of you that do, bless you. It really does help. All right. So the bus. This is the bus we're talking about. This is RJG's drawing of the bus going over the cliffs. We go off the rails. If you could actually see all the intricate work he put on there, all the little things on there. Two Bear's name is on there. Mrs. Four Watton's and Green M is on there. All these things are on there. Well, we're taking the bus to an artist who does cartooning. They're going to draw the bus sideways, and in all the windows and on top is going to be you guys. This is the bus we're talking about, not going over a cliff, just going to have it racing down the highway, but it's going to be a great picture. Everyone who's been part of Gen X Talks for the past 3 years knows this picture, knows the bus. Some of you have bought the bus. My wife, for a while, she was selling them for like $1 or something, these glossy pictures, and she'd send it to you, and a lot of you bought them. It was pretty cool. Okay, don't. So in the in the cartooning world, you know who this is, honey? Who's this?
David Black.
David Black. I'm just letting you guys know when you send us the pictures for the deck of cards and stuff like that, the stuff that we're cartooning, and this is a David Black in cartoon world. So you see the difference? Real David and then cartoon David. You see? There's a difference there. There it is, cartoon David. So just so you know, we're doing some of the animation ourselves with those silly little apps, but it's important, man. These are incredibly hard topics. And I think that's it. I think I'm caught up. I think I'm done. Let me go to my notes, my book of lies. I can save that for the World Show. And where are we at? This is Tuesday. I save for the World Show. Yeah. I pretty much covered everything. I think we're good to go there.
I'm good too.
You're good in the sheets? Everybody's good there?
Everybody's good.
Well, then you can tell everyone goodbye because I'm
everyone.
going to say goodbye also.
See you later.
And she's done. Her microphone is off. All right, I'm saying goodbye. Thank you guys for sticking around. We did a little bit more than an hour. It was the fastest hour on the internet. Wouldn't you agree? Yeah, well, I would. Listen, thank you guys for showing up. I'm going to pour myself one more drink because not everybody's leaving. You guys hang out for a few in here, don't you? Yeah, well, we'll have one more drink. I know Tuber ain't letting me drink alone. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you guys for wasting an hour of your time. If you had to waste it, what better place to waste it than right here with Gen X Talks? We'll give you a hall pass on that. Plus, I'm an ordained minister. If we ever meet on a Sunday, I can write you a note. That counts as your religious service. It's true, it does. All right, so thank you guys for tuning in around the world, wherever you're listening from, AM, FM, Sirius XM, or perhaps on the Armed Service Radio Network. Remember two things, wherever you go, there you are. And I'll catch you guys on the flip side. All right. Whew, I said it.